Match 93, Mechagodzilla and Gigan vs. Kiryu and Ultraman by Kenneth James. They've been beaten back one by one, every single time they tried to take that pitiful blue planet. Yes, it seemed unbelievable that such an insignificant speck on a cosmic scale could defeat mighty conquerors such as them. But yet it had happened. The alien invaders had enough. Oh, okay, that's double heads. I guess that can't be helped. It wasn't a simple matter of conquering the planet. Now it was a matter of pride and revenge and
And
something
hunger.
else. Even the forces of Seatopia had joined this coalition, contributing Megalon to their forces. But they had to come up with a new plan. Attacking all at once wouldn't help. The Kilax had tried an all-out assault and it hadn't worked. So instead, they diverted the Earth's monsters from their true goal with other attacks. And first up would be the team of the Star Hunter Nebula M and Black Hole aliens. In Osaka, the citizens went about their normal lives, knowing a kaiju attack was possible, as always, but that was the last thing on their minds. They had other things to do besides worry. But perhaps they should have. Suddenly, the sound of rocket engines filled the air, the powerful Super Mechagodzilla descending from the sky with a mechanical screech. But this wasn't the same one they knew. The black hole aliens had seen the superiority of the Earth's Mechagodzilla's arsenal over their own when dealing with Earth kaiju and duplicated it. The only difference was that theirs was controlled remotely as their original had been. That and Earth
No,
metals.
no. The only difference was that their Mechagodzilla wasn't on the roster at the time.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Only difference.
Yeah. That and Earth's metals were easier for them to use, their supply of space titanium having fallen into the black hole along with their home world.
Or
So,
Or
No,
space
no, not the
titanium is
space
just
titanium.
Yes, there's
So
not
was
like you can find
space
space titanium
titanium from
anywhere
space?
else.
I'm pretty sure space titanium implies that the metal's just drifting in space, which is completely
But
possible.
it fell. It fell. No, no, no. See, it fell in the black. Their supply fell in the black hole. They can't possibly get more.
I hear the space titanium fell in someone's butt.
Was it Space Godzilla's butt? He was born in a black hole.
That's my new handcan.
What surprised the Earth people more than Super Mechagodzilla assaulting a row of buildings with its Mega Buster and Garuda cannons was Gigan descending from the sky with a screech, landing next to Mechagodzilla and obliterating a building with his cluster beam. Honestly, the
You
moment
mean the cluster beam is actually doing something? Oh my god!
Yeah. Actually, to be frank, people would be more surprised if Super Mechagodzilla started destroying things, but the moment Gigan appears, people should just be like, oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, yeah, Super Mechagodzilla. What are you doing? Oh my god, Gigan! Whoa, hold on.
Hold on. I never expected Gigan to attack a city. Never in a
I
million
never
years.
expected. Yeah, you think like why is Mechagodzilla attacking the sea Gigan? Oh, okay, must be aliens then.
Yes. The Twin Terrors
Aliens.
unleashed their combined weaponry on the surrounding area, sending plumes of smoke and fire high into the sky. It seemed nothing could stop the Twin Tyrants until Gigan noticed a man, the man, staring at him from a nearby building instead of running. This surprised
This
the
man should be unnamed because this was before the KWC actually allowed the Science Patrol to be in the KWC.
or started caring about Ultraman lore, unlike Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Ultraman sucks, and you know it.
This surprised the
Oh,
giant. Humans were
sick burn, bro.
Humans were normally more panicky than this. His hesitation allowed the man to pull out a tiny object from his coat and point it skywards. Suddenly, Gigan was startled by a blinding flash of light. When the flash finally faded, the cyborg monster was even more surprised to be face to face with the heroic giant known as Ultraman. Pass.
So who is going to voice the Ultraman's grunts? Like
I'll
He's
do
a
it,
very
I guess.
He's a very grunty fighter, Ultraman is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alex will do it, so. We'll
Oh,
just go.
good. I just every once in a while just do a grunt or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ultraman was quickly on the offensive and
Ugh.
delivered a karate chop to the side of Gigan's cranium, staggering the space monster and allowing Ultraman to duck down. Grabbing
Oh.
Gigan's legs and pulling them out from under him, Gigan crashed to the ground and with a startled screech, screeching even louder as Ultraman grabbed him by the legs and spun around,
Oh.
lifting the cyborg off the ground and spinning him around in several times before releasing him. Gigan went flying and slammed hard into the ground, screeching in pain. Super Mechagodzilla noticed its ally had been attacked and quickly opened fire on Ultraman with his Mega Buster and shoulder cannons.
Ow.
The giant hero noticed this and quickly raised his hands, putting up an energy barrier, allowing the cascade of energy to flow over the barrier and disperse harmlessly. Before another barrage could be fired, Ultraman leapt high into the air and delivered a flying kick to Super Mechagodzilla's chest, knocking the mecha backwards. Ultraman followed up by charging forwards and grabbing Mechagodzilla by the midsection, lifting him up and spinning around, driving the robot hard into the ground, sending sparks flying from its body. Ultraman stood up to look over his opponent and see if enough damage had been done.
No, because this match is still going.
Alex's
This allowed
ego has
Super-
been damaged.
This allowed
I didn't
Super
know Ultraman was
Mechagodzilla.
self-aware. Wow.
You know, Ultraman's also Deadpool.
Oh,
A very
God.
bored sounding one.
They would do Ultra Deadpool, wouldn't they?
This allowed Super Mechagodzilla to spin its head up and fire a blast of yellow energy from its eyes, striking Ultraman in the chest and causing him to stumble back. Ultraman suddenly cried out in pain as a sharp hit landed on his back. Gigan had regained his senses and slashed Ultraman across the back with his scythe-like hands. Before Ultraman could recover, Gigan swung his tail around and clamped the claw-like object at its tip around Ultraman's neck from behind. Super Mechagodzilla managed to rise to its feet and unleashed a blast of its Mega Buster and shoulder cannons to Ultraman's chest and gut, causing him to scream in agony.
Oh.
Once Mechagodzilla was done, Gigan swung his tail, sending Ultraman flying through a building.
Whoa.
As the hero tried to rise, Gigan blasted him with his cluster ray, sending a cascade of explosions over the hero's body.
Bitch.
Ultraman moaned.
Oh.
Falling to the ground in pain, his color timer began to flash. He knew he didn't have much time left, but he needed a chance to recover from the assault. These fucking birds.
We finally have chicks. We finally have chicks that are up. That want us to continue. It's a miracle.
Yes, of course.
Maybe these birds can read this for us.
Yes. I'll translate it in post.
Okay. Just put subtitles on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to offend any
Every
bird
kidnap
people.
I do with a bunch of
Any
chicks.
bird people.
Gigan lifted Ultraman to his feet and held his weapons to the hero's throat, preparing to execute Order
Oh,
66.
please do it. Please do it. Please fucking kill me.
But just as he got ready to behead the warrior from the Land of Light, a snaking blast of electrical energy from Gigan collided with Gigan's spine, causing him to shriek in pain and fall to the ground.
You coward.
Super...
Damn it! Gigan, you had one job.
He had one job, now is to kill Alex.
Yes.
I think you mean Ultra Alex.
Hey, anyway.
I like Ultra Banner more.
Oh, definitely. Ultra
Right.
Banner is just better.
You like me more. I actually have character, and I'm not enthused. I'm bored.
Super Mechagodzilla turned to see Kiryu standing before the evil machine. Cybernetic War Machine roared at the duplicate of his predecessor, Akane piloting the mecha within. Before the
Plan B
alien
already, huh?
Yes.
No, Kaiju X is informing me this. Akane's Plan B.
Yeah. Like, technically, Kiryu's, like, he's remote controlled, technically, but, piloting is Plan B.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Before the alien robot could recover, Kiryu's missile pawns sent an onslaught of rockets at it, colliding with Super Mechagodzilla's armor and sending the robot backpedaling. Gigan growled, standing back up, but before he could attack, Ultraman grabbed him by the tail, pulling him to the ground. The Ultra Hero looked up and nodded to Kiryu, grateful for the help. Then he...
Oh my!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
I'm not even gonna
This is
say
what-
anything.
Oh.
Joe, just
But I looked up Ultraman.
we'll just ignore that.
This is
Oh.
what happened when I looked up Ultraman.
Now I have a reason to live.
Oh.
I think that was the most happy I've heard Alex sound in like a month. Like ever since we started doing this, I've never heard Alex sound so happy.
Should I
Anyways,
just leave it on there so that people wonder what is wrong with this person?
No.
Okay, I took it off.
No. We'll edit this in post.
That was a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. He then proceeded to lift Gigan off the ground and throw him back down. Pass.
Oh goody. Akane looked at the replica of Super Mechagodzilla, growling, "How on earth did the KWC allow this?" Like that's not right. Growling, let's show them what you can do, Kiryu," she said, unleashing a barrage of lasers from Kiryu's wrist-mounted cannons, bombarding Super Mechagodzilla. Akane realized too late, however, that Mechagodzilla's synthetic diamond coating absorbed the lasers as plasma grenade port opened. Why she didn't know about this is anyone's guess, though.
Yeah, I know. It's a perfect replica, so should
Yeah,
know better.
you'd think. Knowing what was coming next, Akane jerked Kiryu's control sharply, forcing him to dodge as the enhanced energy blast erupted forward. Kiryu then asked Akane to please lighten up. He's had a rough day. Listen, you can't just jerk a guy
died.
around like that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, he died already. He has another guy stolen him.
Akane,
Hey, you can't just jerk Kiryu like that.
yeah, he's a delicate
You gotta jerk him
machine.
nicely.
Yeah, he's a delicate, sensitive machine.
And he has 2 souls, plus a bunch of fish. Don't forget those fish.
Kiryu
Never
managed
forget the
to.
fish.
That's a lot of fish. Kiryu managed to avoid a direct hit, but his left laser gauntlet was blown off. Realizing those weapons were useless, Akane detached the other one, causing it to fall to the gun and free up Kiryu's right hand more. A Super Mechagodzilla opened fire with a Mega Buster. Kiryu managed to evade it and fire another barrage of missiles, hammering the evil mech hard. Yeah. Take that, Dad. This gave Super Mechagodzilla a chance to open fire with its shoulder cannons, blasting Kiryu in the chest and sending the cyborg staggering back, before firing another volley of the Garuda cannons, blasting Kiryu to the ground. Ultraman dodged several slashes from Gigan, responding with a strong kick to the side, causing the space monster to stagger sideways. As Ultraman attempted another punch, Gigan opened ports on his chest and fired his razor discs, slashing Ultraman's sides. Huh?
Don't you mean disc nipples?
Yeah, his disc nipples. His dipples, if you will.
Dick nipples?
Slashing Ultraman's sides, causing the alien hero to cry out in pain as light surged from his wounds. However, Ultraman was smart enough to realize the blades were coming back around, quickly spinning around and crossing his arms in a plus shape. I guess they couldn't use cross back then. Firing the specium ray with expert precision, blowing both out of the air. Gigan suddenly took to the sky, his buzzsaw coming to life as he dove past Ultraman, slashing his shoulder and toppling him to the ground. Gigan spun around and landed, raising his blade, once again preparing to behead the hero. Ultraman realized as color time was flashing rapidly, he had to finish this soon, or else he'd be written out of the match. Seeing Gigan coming, he formed an ultra-cut and threw it straight at the cyborg. Gigan was taken off guard, allowing the blade to pass through his raised fist. Gigan screeched in pain as his scythe fell off, clinging to the ground. Gigan stared at his stump in surprise and pain, the exposed machinery sparking. No blood, though. Ultraman quickly closed the distance and grabbed the stunned space monster by the throat, flipping him over his shoulder and smashing him to the ground. I got one more and I'm done. Kiryu managed to recover from the barrage of energy blasts and regain his footing. Akane pressed several buttons in the cockpit, causing Kiryu to fire his shoulder missile batteries prematurely like huge rockets. Super Mechagodzilla's rockets kicked in, and allowing it to fly up and over the twin rockets, making them explode in the distance upon collision with the building. But they were merely a distraction. Super Mechagodzilla was suddenly caught off guard by Kiryu leaping high into the air and slamming into him, sending the mechanical Godzilla plummeting from the sky into the ground. Kiryu landed and, unhinged from his heavy weapons, moved at high speed and was on top of Super Mechagodzilla before the machine could recover, raining blows onto his opponent. This is getting nasty. Kiryu, that's your father! Stop that! Super Mechagodzilla's systems began to flicker, forcing its masters to think quickly, managing to raise its Garuda cannons and blast Kiryu point blank in the face, blowing off part of the faceplate to reveal the machinery beneath. And then, strangely enough, they also saw a strange eye. Oh, wait, no, it's a different match, sorry. As Kiryu was forced back, Super Mechagodzilla got to its feet and fired its I-beams, soda cannons, and Mega Buster all at once, bombarding Kiryu in a storm of energy blasts, tearing sections of armor, exposing circuitry. There's finally a period. When the assault ended, Kiryu emitted a low mechanical screech and fell over, crashing through a building. Winner Super Mechagodzilla. Pass.
Ultraman forced Gigan to his feet and gave him another shoulder toss to the ground, putting him back on his feet and giving him another shoulder toss, and then jumping back as Gigan started to up his belly salt, momentarily driving him away. Gigan quickly regained his footing and slapped at Ultraman, pushing him to jump backwards to avoid damage. Allowed Gigan to fire his cables on his remaining arm, wrapping around Ultraman's throat, choking him. He then began to pull Ultraman in, starting up his saw.
Please kill me this time. Don't be a fucking coward.
Don't worry, you're getting cut into ribbons apparently.
Good.
Ultraman struggled against an attempt to free himself. His life force fading. He knew he had to do something. Holding out his hand, he then sent energy to Gamora and teleported him here. Inches from the saw, he suddenly crossed his arms, and fired the specium ray point blank in desperation. Yes, the beam hit Gigan in the face, engulfing his head in a large fireball. Gigan's saw stopped spinning, and he stopped retracting his cable, his arms going limp as his decapitated corpse fell to the ground. Ultraman panted in exhaustion, untying himself from the now limp cable. It was then that he noticed what was going on with his ally. Also, what is it with the Millennium Gigan's head exploding with one beam?
Because Final Wars did it.
Because
Yes, I mean,
Final Wars did it. Final Wars did it. Final Wars did it.
Compared to Showa Gigan, who
Because that's what you want to emulate.
Beam.
Final Wars.
Of course. Super Mechagodzilla lowered his arms, locking onto Kiryu's chest, began preparing to unleash the G Crusher and fry the cyborg systems. Before noticing that Kiryu didn't have a secondary brain in his chest. The cables launched from the mecha's wrist, firing through the air, but they didn't meet their intended target. Ultraman dashed onto the path, puffing out his chest to allow the G Crusher to collide with him, discharging electricity throughout his body until Ultraman easily realized himself. And this is something that annoyed me with the Kong, Ultraman, Godzilla, and Gamera match when Kong was electrocuting Ultraman. Because the hero had a history of resisting electrical attacks.
Oh yeah,
He has that electric resistance. I don't know how Kong electrocuted him to death.
because Tom never did his research.
Yes, of course.
You're welcome, Alex.
Well, had tried before. And hey, Alex, you're welcome. He restarted your heart.
This better
Many of
not.
us.
This better not awaken anything in me.
Joe left. It was too steamy. You okay with it, buddy?
Foes had tried before, and Ultraman simply ignored it. The G Crusher was no different. Ultraman brushed his chest off and flexed. The action touches both the mecha and his controllers. How much do I have left? I have one more, I think, right?
Yeah, you got one more.
Okay. Unfortunately, Akane managed to redirect the controls, rerouting them and allowing Kiryu to reactivate. Thanks to Ultraman taking the hit for them. Unfortunately, Kiryu rose to his feet and nodded to Ultraman, glad for his help, before shooting him in the face. The mecha seemed to roar with a mind of its own, conversing with the hero. Freaked out and ran because it sounded like Godzilla. Super Mechagodzilla suddenly let loose with his cannons, guard as they monologued. But Ultraman shielded both of them with an energy shield formed from something, I don't know. After the attacks cascaded off, Ultraman formed another Ultra Cutter and flung it, cutting the cannons to the Garuda unit off, and then the Garuda unit. Before Super Mechagodzilla could react, Ultraman lowered his shield and fired the specimen.
Does this match have a point?
I'm
Nope.
pretty sure Ultraman should be dead at this point. By the way,
Yeah, he should be. His
But the
minute's
color-
up.
Should be.
His minute's up.
yeah, 3 minutes are up.
Even the hero's most powerful attack was simply absorbed, along with the rest of his energy, allowing the plasma grenade port to open in preparation and fall right into their trap as Ultraman fell over dead.
Alright, I'm gonna read this real fast so we can get this over. Akane, despite being surprised that Kiryu had conversed with Ultraman on his own, followed the plan displayed on the monitor while Ultraman unleashed the specium ray. Kiryu had moved in closer, warping his hand into a drill, a spinning appendage designed to cleave through Godzilla's flesh through the more fragile piece of machinery and into its inner workings, destroying the weapon right as it was about to fire. Realizing this would leave the energy inside Mechagodzilla no matter where to go after having pressed the firing switch, Akane had Kiryu fall back. Right as a large explosion tore out of the abdomen region of Super Mechagodzilla, sparks and small fires coming out of the gaping asshole. The mech's eye flashed and it roared randomly, firing its limbs malfunctioning from massive amounts of damage it had taken, knowing they had to prevent the black hole aliens from salvaging the weapon on a armored Kiryu's ultimate check. Fire Epsilon Zero cannon, you bitch! He ordered, pressing the fire button. Kiryu's chest split open, blue energy collecting in the opening until finally a surge blue light White light erupted out. Super Mechagodzilla was struck with powerful force. A huge flash of light occurred as a pillar of ice went around it, trapping Super Mechagodzilla and Small Glacier. Kiryu roared and stomped his foot, causing the pillar of ice to crumble, reducing the once proud warrior machine to nothing but frozen dust. Ultraman turned to Kiryu. The two both very low in power. The sentient cyborg and cosmic hero both nodded to one another. Mutual respect. Kiryu's eyes faded as his battery ran dry, but Akane stepped out of his shoulder, saluting Ultraman. Ultraman nodded in reply, happy to have an ally. Ultraman sky and held his arms upwards. Watch! Shouted the Ultra, taking off into the sky and flying off. Heading off to recharge as Akane watched on. Up in space, a saucer floated above Earth, looking on.
Well, they failed. Too bad. Still, that wasn't our prime objective.
Announced a female voice.
Alright, next time for our next target, which will never get made into a match.
She said, letting out a laugh as a pair of ships flew past towards Earth. Winner, Kiryu, and Suicidal Ultraman.
What okay. What a mistake this was.
This was boring.
Because it had Ultraman in it, but
Well, not just that. I just didn't care for it.
Who
There
cares?
wasn't
Who
really
cares
a
about
plot to
Ultraman?
it.
Yeah.
it
This would have been.
I kind of had no. I didn't really care about who would win or who would lose in this fight. They were just sort of there.
This would have been more exciting. This probably would have been better if there was actually a sequel or something to help
I
with.
thought there was. I could have sworn
Because
at least.
as it
I don't think the
stands,
Grand
having it
Kingdom
end on a cliffhanger,
counts.
having a match end on a cliffhanger that is never resolved is kind of a problem. It really hurts the actual match.
It hurts my feelings.
Yeah, it hurts Joe's feelings. Do you want to hurt Joe's feelings, authors? I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, this match is it's a little bit more on the average side of things. It's like, it does some things all right, but it is just kind of like, it's just kind of average, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
honestly
do
the
like
best
what actually gets Ultraman's fighting style down pretty down pat, actually.
Did they destroy the pagoda?
No, they didn't. God damn it!
It's in the
right
banner.
there
How
in
come
the
they didn't
banner.
destroy it? Yeah.
Gosh darn it!
That also hurts my feelings.
Doesn't really matter.
It matters immensely, Alex.
Yes.
This match hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Joe.
Yeah, it's just simply a setup match that I'm pretty sure had at least one or two more matches in this series. I thought. I could be wrong.
No, I don't remember ever seeing a sequel to this.
I think there was. It just won't be for a while, though.
Are you sure about that?
I think. I could be wrong.
Could you tell me which one it is then?
I think it's what was it? Hang on a minute. I'm gonna check up the statistics thread real quick, because honestly, I can't.
That's what I thought.
Right, 'cause I know one of them was like an Obsidious match, like Godzilla versus Obsidious, I think. Or no, the continuity thread. That's the one I'm looking for. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Storyline. Movie continuation.
See, you say that, but I don't believe you. Nope. That's not it.
That's not it.
That's
That's not it. Yeah. I'm gonna call you a liar
yeah.
while I'm
Here it
here.
is. Here it is. Yeah, the untitled.
What? No way.
Yeah, 93, 95, 136, 138, 132, and 140.
The fuck? Really?
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
You're shitting me. No way.
Wait, what's going on? I was distracted.
Were you distracted
Yeah,
by your
95.
bird?
So yeah, like 2 matches from now, we're going to be reading the continuation of this. So, or at least
No, you
you
say
say-
you say that.
Oh
Say that.
no.
It does not say sequel. anywhere on Match 95.
Well, no, it doesn't have a link to it. This was before that was a common thing.
How rude.
So, yeah, I knew this one had some kind of continuation thing going on, but otherwise, yeah,
Gosh.
yeah. Honestly, it's really hard to really say, oh, this did this very well or whatever. If it's like, yeah, besides kind of nailing Ultraman, the rest it's just kind of average. Like, oh, you kind of recognize a lot of these tropes and all that.
Remember, kids, whenever Kaiju X says average, he means boring in a nice way.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh my goodness, but yeah, just not a particularly standout one, despite the fact that it's like, oh, Heisei Mechagodzilla's teaming up with Gigan. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
It's there.
That just feels very underplayed to me. I feel like you could have done something more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Joe, did you have any additional thoughts?
Well, Heisei Mechagodzilla not real. Heisei Mechagodzilla being a bad guy in this match still wasn't as I'm gonna try to say that again. Heisei Mechagodzilla being a bad guy in this match and the writer not really doing much with it still wasn't as disappointing as last night.
Yeah.
It was okay. It wasn't the worst thing ever. It wasn't the last night.
Super Mechagodzilla being evil really just kind of felt like an excuse to have him there.
Yeah.
It feels like Heisei Mechagodzilla being here is the equivalent of Grand King Ghidorah being in match 70. I think it was obvious that it was supposed to be like Showa Mechagodzilla to Heisei Ghidorah, but due to the fact that due to the fact that Heisei was retired / Showa wasn't in yet, they had to be substituted.
Didn't take so long to have Showa Mechagodzilla in, by the way. That makes like no sense.
Oh yeah, it took
Ice
forever.
Like Ghidorah sucks.
Hey, listen, man.
Who's the genius who decided to bring him back?
I did. I am.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
I'm putting the blame all on you for this one, Angel. That's all you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You suck.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I had no part in unretiring Heisei Ghidorah.
Yeah, that was definitely all on me. I just threw the workload on Harley.
Dude, that's true. You still throw the workload on me. What are you talking about?
Oh heck yeah.
No. You may think I'm joking. I'm not.
I know.
Andrew, you will confirm that you just stole the workload onto me. At least I get credit.
Oh yeah, definitely, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only reward.
Otherwise, Harley, did you have any additional thoughts for 93?
Like I said, it really, like I said, even though that there is a sequel, I guess this run really setting up anything other than the aliens here. Oh no.
Oh no, it's the alien
I didn't really feel like Gigan and Super Mechagodzilla are really gonna be threatening. Like they didn't seem like viable threats, especially because they made Ultraman and Kiryu so strong.
Mhm.
Like especially if there's going to be a sequel, having Mechagodzilla and Gigan win, I think would have been a stronger ending to show that they were actually serious about it. Because the ending, it's really like, oh, they failed. Too bad, I guess. Oh well. I guess we switched. I guess we didn't need them to win or anything. Oops. All right, next round 2, I guess. You see?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Especially since this is part of a series, it really feels like there should be some sort of weight behind it, and there isn't.
Yeah, I think that's probably
That's
the biggest thing about it from a storytelling perspective. Knowing full well that there are other matches connected to this, it does feel like, oh, they're able to fight them off. So.
And even then, it's barely connected. The only thing connecting this match to the others is just the aliens. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
No mention of Ultra. No mention of Super. No mention of the Japanese. The Defense Force freaking out because they copied Super Mechagodzilla. No mention, and the Garuda. They copied both of them.
Hold up. I know why they didn't freak out that they copied it. Don't forget. Remember the Mogera versus Mechagodzilla match? They put all that stuff, the information public. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
right.
public.
So there was no reason. There was no reason for Kiryu to freeze Mechagodzilla then, because they already have all the
Like
blueprints.
idiots.
Yeah.
Yes.
But still, having it has interesting ideas, but this doesn't really do anything with them because there's no mention of Ultraman and Kiryu's fight in Osaka against Super Mechagodzilla and Gigan. There, it's just an excuse to set up the story. I feel like that's a really and having a match as an excuse to set up a storyline is not what you should do.
I feel like either Kiryu or Ultraman should have died. One of them should have.
Yeah, one of the they both survived is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Ultraman, because he was already like the red.
Ultraman should have been dead. Ultraman honestly should have been dead at some point.
Yeah, he was on his last minute when he was fighting Gigan, and yet he could still manage to fight and kill Mechagodzilla in a minute.
Yeah, less than a minute. When the color timer is flashing that rapidly, he really has like now or else he's a goner.
Yep.
Nagoda, any additional thoughts?
The pagoda wasn't destroyed. That's all.
And
It hurt Joe's feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Huts really hate pagodas apparently because they never get destroyed in the KWC.
Alex, any additional thoughts besides screwing off?
No.
Okay. And that was match 93, folks. And we'll see you guys next time for match 94. Till then.
Bye.